Hi everyone, welcome to 2 on Tuesday, where each week I'm making 2 birthday cards, usually using one set, and this week we're using one stamp set. This week we're using Happiest of Birthdays. For the first card we're going to use this Wishing You the Happiest of Birthdays, and for the second one we're going to use Happy B-Day and also It's Your Day, Enjoy It on the inside of the card. I didn't do the little bit late one, although usually I'm a lot a bit late, so I don't know. Anyway, and then on the first card I also am using the Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder in the annual catalog, and I'm also using this largest Stitch So Sweetly die in the annual catalog. I don't have a page number for you, sorry. On the second card, we're going to use the same stamp set, but we're going to bring in the Tasteful Labels dies, and I'll show you which ones. And I may or may not use the Ornate Floral 3D embossing folder. I haven't made these cards yet. They're just sort of pieced together a little bit. Anyway, we're going to get started with the first one. Sorry, my email's going bonkers, of course, all of a sudden. Also, one thing I forgot on the second card, I'm using the Flowers and Leaves punch, which is in the annual catalog, 155373. And we'll go over those when we get that far. Alright, so let's work on our first card. And we're going to be using, the papers I'm going to be using are all out of a Hostess collection from the annual catalog called Pattern Party. It has lots of pretty patterns for birthdays and other occasions, and all the backs are black and white. Isn't that gorgeous? I could have just colored those flowers and cut them for the next one. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, you can see there's all these other pretty patterns too I didn't use, and they're all different patterns of black and white. This leaf one is pretty. There's a gingham, plaid, and there's like Pool Party, Granny Apple Green, Poppy Parade, Flirty Flamingo, I think Pumpkin Pie, don't hold me to that, Petal Pink, Coastal Cabana, all kind of pretty colors. And there's some heart paper in here, which I used at Valentine's Day somewhere, in an animal, a pink animal print, which I've used before on various cards. Here's the heart print. So just lots of pretty patterns. And then if you don't like those bright, you can have some subtle Misty Moonlight and other papers too. So that's what I'm using. If you don't have that, in the January to June mini catalog, some of the Sweet Talk papers would work for birthday cards, like this one, which, you know, is hearts on the back. Well, a lot of the papers that Stampin' Up! Has, or this purple, what is this, not Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather on the back of one, or there's just Petal Pink on the back, you know, just different patterns that you could use that aren't hearts related for birthday cards. So that's an option as well if you don't have this one and don't want to spend $150 or $180 or whatever to get it. Okay, so Coastal Cabana card base, which is an A2, and it's 5.5 by 4 1/4. So 8.5 by 5.5, and then scored at 4 1/4. This is 5 1/4 by 4, and I have run this through the Tasteful Textile embossing folder, and I'm not going to glue that down just yet because I didn't think ahead, and I don't know if I want to use ribbon yet or not. Okay, then this is a piece of the paper out of the Pattern Party. I thought the nice bright colors for birthday is perfect. And that is 3 1/4 by 4 3/4, and I didn't make it just a little bit of edge around because I wanted to be able to see those bright colors. Now we're going to stamp, and I think we'll stamp in Coastal Cabana. So I set up my Stamparatus without the foam mat because this is a cling stamp. I've also got out the largest of the Stitch So Sweetly dies because that will still allow a border to show of the bright birthday colors, and I might do something different with that if I don't like the way that looks. So let me get my Coastal Cabana. You know what? I'm actually going to use Bermuda Bay ink because it's just one shade darker like of the Coastal Cabana. I think it'll go just fine, and it's darker so it'll show up nice. But just in case I don't get it all inked real good because it's a big stamp. And this is where you could actually use your Stampin' Write markers or a brush with your inks and make this all different colors. I did that once a long while ago. So let's see how it turned out. Yeah, see, I'm going to ink it again. Maybe a few times. One of the things on my to-do list here soon is to, and I have this handy dandy hockey puck thing that my friend Paige, who hasn't been on YouTube for a while, but her channel is Stamp Girl, STMPGRL. If you want to watch any of her old videos, she's an amazing card maker. And I still have this edge over here I'm not getting good, so I'm just going to do it one more time. See, this is why I use the Stamparatus, because I would have been really upset if I did that, you know, just stamping normally. And I think just a little more pressure right there for some reason. Maybe my desk is goofy. And I'm going to do one more time because I still, over here, I'm not quite happy. Maybe my ink, this ink pad seems to be juicy enough, so I'm not sure why that's happening. I'm just going to rub it right there a good couple times. My desk might curve downward there, I don't know. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, let me close up my ink pad. And let me get my chamois. Hopefully it still has some, it's still a little wet. I didn't clean it the other night after my live, and I should have. But it's it needs to be rinsed out, starting to dry out on the edges already. Okay. Now, if you really want to get that super clean, we have a spray. It comes in a much bigger bottle than this, but I kept my old bottle. I think it comes in a 4 fluid ounce bottle, or maybe 8. I don't know, but I refilled an old bottle I had that was less. So let's take this out, and anyway, that gets them really clean, which I'm not going to demonstrate right now. We'll be on here forever. So now let's get this set up for die cutting and try and get it straight. And forgive me if my mat is a little dirty, but I try and use the paper till it can't be used anymore. I think that's pretty good right there. I have some tape over here. I have this tape too from Dollar Tree. Alright, let me turn around and cut this. Alright, so I had to put that back in my dies. Now let's look at this, because I think that'll be alright. I might bump that whole thing up. Glue this down. Bump this whole thing up. And now let's think about embellishments and or ribbons. I don't really have any Coastal Cabana ribbon or anything. I have iridescent sequins. Oh, I have the new Rhinestone Waves Basic Jewels. Yeah, I think we'll probably end up using those. And I thought I had something else with Coastal Cabana, and oh, I do. Maybe we'll use these, Playing with Patterns, because I have a feeling they're going to retire. I think we'll use those. They look more birthday-ish to me. So we'll save the other ones for maybe another card. I just have all my stuff in a basket. I used to organize it into the wide stamp cases that Stampin' Up! Used to sell, doesn't anymore. But I got tired of opening and closing them all the time. I don't think I'm going to put any ribbon on this one. Yeah, because I don't really have any Costa Cabana now. So we won't do that. And we're just going to put it down with adhesive of your choice. The white that's sticking out is for the inside. And I think on the inside I'm just going to cut another piece of paper. Now the decision is, I'm not going to bump it up. I'm just going to glue it all down. Just because, you know, sometimes I want the cards to go through the mail without too much extra postage. A little bit more white showing on the right, but it's not bad. So but if you want to bump this up, I would suggest using not dimensionals, but the adhesive foam sheet or foam adhesive sheets that will add dimension, and you can cut them into a rectangle. So let's put our embellishments on. And take your pick tool. So these are in the annual catalog, and they carried over from, I don't know when exactly, last year I guess. Oops, I got that stuck on my pick tool. And we'll put one there, and we'll put a little one maybe over here. I'm going to put two more on just because I want to. And one more out over here somewhere, right here. All right, so that's the outside. Pretty quick and easy card, but, and then if you wanted to, you could stamp on the inside with "It's your day, enjoy it." In fact, let's just do that, and we'll use Bermuda Bay again. Oops, because I have this little piece of paper, but it's not really big enough, and I don't want to cut another piece at the moment. So let's just do this on, we'll use this on both cards. And this should be 5 1/4 by 4, hopefully. I'm going to go down a little bit just in case I cut it wrong. There we go. Still a little faint, isn't it? But it's not bad. Alright, so that's really card 1. Super quick and easy. If you're in a hurry for birthday cards, you can make a whole bunch of them with just different colors of paper, right? Ugh, sorry. Even out of the same paper pack. And if you want to change it up, like I said, if you have this on the Stamparatus, just use your ink-based markers, not your alcohol markers, and you could change the colors of this, but I think that's really pretty. All right, so the second card, we're going to go a little more flowery. We're going to bring in this piece of paper, and I just have this here to stamp on. And this is Flirty Flamingo, because the flowers in here are Flirty Flamingo. I believe this is Granny Apple Green, but I am going to use Old Olive because I had Old Olive out, and I think it'll be close enough. Hang on. All right, and we're going to use just the Happy Bee Day, and then we use that same other sentiment on the inside. And so let's think, what do we want to and then and then this is where the punch comes in. Flowers and leaves. I punched out 2 sets of Flirty Flamingo, 2 sets of just basic white from scrap, which I might alternate them, and then some Old Olive leaves because I had some scrap, and I ended up with some Flirty Flamingo leaves, which I don't think I'll be using for this, but anyway. I think I'll go ahead and use Old Olive to stamp because And this I think is Poppy Parade. Yeah, I think I'm going to use Old Olive just to bring in a color other than the Flirty Flamingo. Let's see how I like it. See if I like it. That's stamped really well. Now let me die cut that and see. That really doesn't, it looks too big. I thought I had a different, maybe it was this one. Does this fit inside there? Not really. I think I'm going to switch this out and go with this one. Or even maybe this one. I think I might go with that and then put this behind it. No, I don't know. Let's just use this. And then I think, I thought I had this all figured out. I'll be right back. All right, everybody, I think we're going to go with this one with this. The other one just looks too big to me. I don't know, but I'm going to try and make sure I get this cut so that that stamping is lined up good with the box. Hopefully I got that good. All right, let me go die cut that, and then I'm going to die cut this out of Flirty Flamingo. So I need a scrap of that, which I have right here. All right, let me do that real quick. All right, so let's put those back in my die thing so I don't lose them. I actually stopped and counted to make sure I had all my dies in there because I thought I was missing something, but I'm just losing it, that's all. All right, so let's see. Yeah, I think I'll like that. Like that. And that'll go up here. And then I think we're going to use some white twine. All right, we'll use the white twine. This is the Baker's Twine Essentials pack from the annual catalog, and I honestly forget I have it most of the time. We'll just use white and we'll put it here. We might actually color that with Old Olive. And before we do that, let's go ahead. I'm not going to wrap it around the base, so let's go ahead and glue that down. This is called Designing on the Fly. But it goes to show you birthday cards don't have to take forever, right? They can be pretty simple. And let's glue this onto here. I'm not going to texture that because it's not really big enough for it to show. So we'll just put this on here. Hopefully straight and centered pretty well. Oops. All right, I will put that up on dimensionals, and I just have a few left on this sheet. Let's see. We'll do 3 and 3. That might actually, we might do one down the middle too. Yeah, I think or one at each end actually. I think we'll do 2 at each end, 2 at each end. There we go. And that'll finish my sheet. Woohoo! And now this end, I'm actually going to go like this. So the middle is, and I have little, oh, I have another piece that has some already cut along the edge too. I'll just put one right there. Didn't even know I had that. Woohoo! I think that one was from Paper Pumpkin Kit. And March Paper Pumpkin Kit is supposed to be on its way since the 11th, but I don't know. I don't usually get it till around the 17th or 19th. So we'll see what happens. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. I think I was originally going to use that big die and then put the flowers on it. We're still going to do the flowers. So let's do the flowers next. Get them ready. Let's see. I could have textured them actually. We can do pink, white, pink, white, or just pink. I think we'll just do pink, white, pink, and maybe even offset that a little. And then we can curve them up a little bit. And I don't know if I want the white in there. Yeah, I think we'll just do, we'll put a white pearl in the middle. That's what we'll do. And we'll have these leaves come out, right? So actually, let me get some glue dots. And we're going to use glue dots to tack these on, these leaves, onto the back of this one. And see if I want it in the same place or not. I hope you're all having a great week so far. I think we'll just go like that. No, I don't like that. Look. Maybe down this way. Yeah. There. Alright. And then we'll put this one on with a glue dot. Also. Just because I can. Now, if you have the Take Your Pick tool, there's an attachment to it that is a stylus, but I don't happen to have it on my thing, and I have styluses. I'm not going to push down in the middle, although you could. I'm just going to curve these up a little bit, and we'll get a pearl in a minute. And then let's just use, actually let's get a pearl and see how that's going to look. Let's use an iridescent gem, because they sort of have a pink hue to them. And they have some nice big ones here. Just put that right in there. Isn't that pretty? Now let's get another flower together. I think let's curl it a little bit this time first. I think I like designing on the fly for the most part. I mean, I sort of like to have it somewhat planned, but not fully, because it's just more fun, right? All right. So today, that was my daughter texting me. Today is like 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Now we had ice and snow, and it was in the 20s and teens and 20s on Saturday, which really upset me because I was supposed to go to a theater and view a concert, and I missed out on it because there was no way I was driving on ice and snow. It was an ice storm. Now, I think I'm going to put this up on a dimensional, actually, the flowers. So let's just get one of these and put it in the middle. And because I'm going to lean it over this, pop it right there. And then we'll do this same to this one. And actually, I'm going to cluster them like that. And put this in the middle here. And then let's use a smaller one of those up here. And that way we'll have 3 of those. And let's see, do I want the twine? And these, by the way, are the iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. They're in the January to June mini on page 9, part of the Sweet Talk Suite. I haven't really used them much. And they went on, well, Stampin' Up! No longer has back order because of all the shipping issues around the world. They just make things not available till they come back in. And then they make them available again. I think these are available now. I know they were out for quite a while. Sorry about my phone. But anyway, I was talking about the weather. My daughter is texting me saying, get outside and walk today. Well, I went out. I was going to go out yesterday. Actually, I was going to warm the car up on Saturday, right, when we had the storm. and I was out trying to clear my car off. My son did the majority of the shoveling and cleaned his own car off. Anyway, I went to unlock my car to start it, to warm it up while I was shoveling and clearing it, and it wouldn't unlock with the key fob thing. So yeah, my battery was dead once again. This is like the third time in 2 years, and so I didn't want to call anybody on the weekend in the snow to have come jump start me. Plus I had already decided I wasn't going to go to my concert thing at the theater because of the bad roads. And yeah, anyway, isn't that cute? Maybe I'd put let's move this. I don't really like that there. I'm going to put it right over here. And this keeps twisting a little bit there. That'll hold it down. There we go. And just have them drape down like that. Okay. And then on the inside, we're going to do that same stamping. It's your day. Enjoy it. And I think I'll use Old Olive again. Now, if you want 3, like I know a certain someone that's watching this will scold me and say, you always tell me to use 3s. I use 3 gems. But only 2 flowers. I don't know. I usually do 3s, and I highly recommend it. But I have the twine here too, and I think that acts as the third thing there. So anyway, we're just going to glue that in. You could also put a strip of paper in here of the same pattern if you so choose. And you could stamp flowers or something on the inside if you want. Or you know what we could do? I have an idea. See, I get ideas. I leave this here. We could just take one of these small flowers and go around the edges with Flirty Flamingo. Excuse me. We don't have any more green leaves, but I'll use a Flirty Flamingo leaf that I have here. And if you had a little regular hole punch, which I think I do, we could make a center for this little flower and just glue this down here in the corner like that. And we can put a leaf behind it like this. Oops, I think it goes like this. I think I had the other ones backwards maybe. Actually, maybe down here. And then instead of using this other leaf as a leaf, I have a hole punch somewhere here. Regular, you know, paper hole punch. I don't know. This is a Fiskars. It's not Stampin' Up. They don't sell these hand punches anymore. They used to have the 1/8 inch one, which I have, thank goodness, because I use that all the time to make holes for twine on tags and things. Okay, and then I have to dump this out because I want this part. So we'll get rid of these. Luckily that wasn't like a bazillion pieces inside there. You could save them, all the other pieces too. And I'm just going to use a glue dot, and let's glue these together first. So sorry if it seems like I'm all over the place, but crafting on the go here. Right? Oops, that didn't come off, did it? No. Crafting on the go. And then we need another glue dot, which should fit perfectly on here. Yep. And put that right there. And then we're going to glue that all down. It'll be a little thick, but not too bad. Just put that right in here. I turned it the wrong way, but oh well. It's all good. Isn't that cute? And that way it's not too bulky on the inside. But yeah, so happy birthday. You can, let's trim this down. I don't like it sticking off the edge of the card there. And therefore we'll trim that part down too. There we go. Now, if you wanted to wink a Stella it or something, you could, but I'm not going to. I think that's plenty of dimension. So there's our card 2. Here's our card 1. And again, we use the Happiest of Birthdays stamp set. We used this one here. We used Happy B-Day, and on both of them we used It's Your Day, Enjoy It. And then just some other things like the Flower and Leaves Punch, the Pattern Party paper in the annual catalog, the Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder, the Stitch So Sweetly dies, and the Tasteful Label dies. So that's what I used. So lots of pretty papers. Don't miss out on that, because when the annual catalog goes away, chances are that paper will no longer be a host item. I don't know that for sure, but you know, we never know. And then for embellishments, we also use the Playing with Patterns resin dots on this one in Coastal Cabana. And on this one, we use the Iridescent Rhinestone Basic Jewels for our flower centers, and one little one up there. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. I will try at some point today to have all those things that I used linked directly down below, so you can just click a link and shop with me in my online store. If you place an order under $150 in the month of March, please use this host code, GGC2AWEB. I used to be able to get Stampin' Up! To fix it if people forgot to use it, but I can't. Well, let me put it this. I can try, but they actually sent us a notice saying that they're not going to do that very often anymore because it was happening too often and taking up all their demonstrator support line help. So please be sure to use the host code. And I have that here. It's underneath all my videos, down about 2/3 of the way down where my store link is. It's right under that. And I change it each month so that for April, starting April 1st, there will be a new one. And you should start using that one. Okay, I also usually post it in my Facebook group and on my business page on Facebook, Deb House Crafty Cottage, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, or just Deb House Crafty Cottage for the group. And it's a public group, anybody can join. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, have a great week, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye. Hugs, love, and peace.